What's good, YouTube? It's Rage Rail. So in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys my unique match coverage when it comes to guarding gun bunch. So if you enjoyed this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn on post notifications on. So one thing I do want to mention before I get into the video is that content is getting harder and harder to put out as Madden 22 is getting closer, because I understand some of you guys aren't really interested in learning anything new, doing anything new, learning a new scheme. So that's why I've been trying to do a little bit more gameplay, and also just give me some ideas if you guys know, kind of what do you want to see, because right now I actually reached out to about the first top 8 in regs on PSN, so I'm waiting to hear back from them guys. So hopefully I can start pushing out some top regs gameplay, because it seems like you guys really like when I play these top ranked regs players, so you guys can see exactly if they're nice or not. But that's what I have in the current works, and I'm more open to suggestions. So if you guys know any way I can make my videos better, what do you guys want to see, such and such, just let me know in the comments. Talk to me. I truly appreciate you guys. But anyway, today I want to give you guys my gun bunch defense. So now, one thing I do need you guys to understand is that you do not need to be out of big nickel over G. Please understand that. Just pay attention to my coverage and my setups. Now, one thing I will mention is that no matter what defense you're doing, you want to make sure you have auto flip off. Again, make sure you have auto flip off, and I'll explain that why in a second here. But regardless, what I want you guys to pay attention to is the actual coverage that we're in. So I'm gonna show you guys how I like to do every single thing out of cover 6. Now, one thing I do want to make sure I do mention is that my zone drops are not on. None of my zone drops are on, and we're gonna be able to bag gun bunch. So let's go to slot cornerback package on big nickel, and then let's go to cover 6. Now, one thing you want to make sure you do keep in mind is the cover 2 side of the cover 6. You want to make sure that that's on a single receiver side to the bunch, and I'll make sure you guys understand that perfectly right now. So let's go to cover 6, and then let's go to bunch. So in bunch, I'm gonna show you guys how how I kind of defend the meta mesh post setup. I'm gonna show you the bench pivot, and I'm gonna show you Z spot, and then that's pretty much all I'm going to show you, because that's pretty much what you're going to see for the majority, and it's going to do a good job of just other things that's outside of these two. So let's just go into let's just go to Z spot to start off with. So let's actually move the ball where it should be, because most people will run their bunch to the Y side, and I'll show you what to do when they flip their bunch, because it's going to be a different setup if they flip their bunch. So for the initial setup, also what I wanted to show you guys is, you see our cover 2 side right here with these two, the corner and the safety. You want to make sure that that's to the receiver side, to the single receiver side. So you don't want it to look like this, where the cover 2 is to the bunch side. So again, that's what this right here is, what you do not want it to look like. You want it to be on the bunch side. And if you have auto flip on, then this cornerback's always going to line over here to the bunch side, which that's actually perfect for us. So I just prefer it to be off, so we start flipping, which I'll show you right here. So let's say they did flip their bunch right here, and then honestly we're fine running it just like this, so our defense won't flip, and like I said, we're good just like this. We can still do everything we need to out of this setup. Well, this is not the setup, but we're still good, is what I'm trying to get you to understand. That this is actually the only time when they flip their bunch where I'll allow these two to be on the backside, and I'll get into my setups in just a second, I promise. I just need to make sure I did understand that. So if they flip their bunch, don't worry, you don't have to flip. I'll show you a setup to do when they flip their bunch, and we'll be completely fine. Now, if you wanted to, theoretically, if they flip their bunch, you could flip your coverage like this, and you can run the same exact thing that I'm telling you, and you'll just use this guy or wherever you want. But to make this video really simple, I'm gonna keep everything the same. So let's actually flip our defense back, and then let's flip our bunch back, and then let's actually get into the video right now. Now that I talked about what to do when people are kind of switching between flipping their bunches. But let's actually get into the first setup. So let's take circle, put them on a streak. Let's take R1, put them on a smart routed, and then let's actually smart route in route. So this is a really typical setup that you'll see out of bunch. And the reason that it's good, as you guys know, is that it can glitch out coverages. It can beat coverages for 1-play touchdown, and you have a nice backside dig. So this is what a lot of people will come out in base, just to see if you have defense for it. So what I like to do is press. Since I actually, let's actually snap the ball and throw the ball out, because I kind of touched a lot of people. So I want you guys to fully understand exactly how to run it. So again, so let's see right here, boom. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna press, Now, me personally, I like to back that corner up that just came down. So to do that, I press triangle, I press X for individual, I press circle, and then I actually hit up to back him off. You see now he gets back. Now, that's just me personally because there's some plays where our cornerback is going to be guarding that streak route by circle, and I want to make sure that he's in the best position to be able to guard that. So let me set it up right quick on offense. Now, what you want to do here, you want to blitz your user because you actually want to user this safety right here. And the reason why is because this safety dumbs out a lot. And so if you don't understand how to make them not dumb out, then it's going to be a long day. And I'll also show you where else you can use her and what other setup I like when I want to use her somebody else. So for the initial base setup, I like to just pinch my line. Of course, in big nickel, you want to do it just like this. And now from right here, I like to take square. Now, normally you don't want your best pass rusher right here, of course. So if I was actually setting up a roster to play somebody, I would actually move Myles Garrett right here, and then I would probably just put a linebacker or something right here. And then now I would take that imaginary linebacker, let's put in his linebacker, and I'm either A, man him up on the running back, or B, I like to take him and put him in a hard flat. So it all depends on what they're doing. So if they're doing a lot of drags, then I'll take him and put him in a hard flat. But if they're doing a lot of running back routes where they're trying to look for their running back, then I'll actually take him and just man him up to the running back. So just to start off, I'm actually just going to throw him in a flat just like this. And then now I like to actually just do a rush 3 like this. So if I'm rushing 3, I might just slide my line out and then crash him out just like this, and then take square and actually put him in a hard flat. So the reason I crash him out is so that we can actually get some glitchy pass rush angles, because this guy will actually get a one-on-one with the normally he gets a one-on-one with the right tackle normally. So that's why I like to do it like that. But if you're worried about the run, then please just do it this way where you pinch him and then crash him up. It's completely fine. But enough of that. So this is the base setup right here. Or if you wanted to do it differently, you could actually just blitz him, and then you could take circle and you could throw him in a vert hook right here. So that's a different way that I'll do it too. But just keep in mind, sometimes you can't give up that flat on that left side. But defense is where you're going to give up something. But if they're hitting a lot of backside in routes, then I suggest taking this guy and putting them in a hard flat. So the way you want to do it is you actually want to have linebackers where Myles Garrett is, and you want to have a linebacker where Claiborne is, and you want to put your 2 best pass rushers in the middle just like that. And that's how you want to do it for any big nickel or any nickel 4-down lineman set. Sorry about that, I actually hit my phone, so I know you guys heard the little thump. But regardless, let's go and get into this. I know you guys are wanting to see the setup in action. So you're responsible for deep right here. So you can tell we're guarding that, and you're probably like, well, square is going to get open. And so if you're really worried about square, which I'll go back and replay because maybe you didn't see it, but like I said, this is just a base setup. So right here, as you can tell, our quarter flat is going to match with that flat. Our cornerback is actually going to match with this little Z-spot corner route, and then we're going to guard the streak. And then the nice thing about this vertical hook is that it actually guards the in route. So the cornerback, the cloud flat, is actually going to guard right here, and then he's going to drop off and pass it off to this vertical hook. So the good thing is that they cannot throw this like little low ball right here, which a lot of people will do. So in that case, he actually, I don't know why, they'll shuffle a little bit and pass it off. But you see this gap right here. So if you want to take that gap away, it's actually really, really simple. And all you need to do is actually just take your lineman and put him in the quarterback spy, and it's going to take away that gap. So let's actually go ahead and press. Let's actually back off our cornerback right here. Boom, just like that. Let's actually blitz, and now I like to take circle, and then you can put him in a quarterback spy just like that. And then now what he's going to do is he's going to get right there in that window, and I'll show you that here right now. So let's go ahead and set it back up how we had it. And don't worry, y'all, I'll be going over other setups and things like that, so don't worry about that. So let me just kind of show you what I mean. Jesus Christ, you see the screen right there? That's normally why I do spy Myles Garrett, because he is really, really overrated in this automatic practice mode. So I'm actually going to spy him. He should be able to do a nice job of what we need him to do. But theoretically, you want to use this guy to take away that backside in route on the left side. So let's go and blitz our user. Go and set it up one more time, and then we're going to move on to a different setup and just show you different setups that I like to do to counter what people would try to do to me, if that makes sense. So let's go and snap the ball. So what you're going to see right here is that square. Normally, people are going to move whenever they go to throw the ball. Like if they're running that kind of concept, they're going to roll out the pocket to the right side of the field, and they're going to try to hit that backside in route. But the good thing about the spy, of course, as you know, is that when he rolls out, this spy is going to be moving with him. So it's actually going to take away this window, because he's going to be rolling out, because nobody's going to just stand in the pocket and make a read like this. Nobody's really going to do that. And if he does, he has to lowball this ball right now and then actually hope that our linebacker does not make a play on it, or either way, this guy maybe make a play on it if you have some type of ability on him. But I just wanted to make sure I did get that out the way. So let's actually move into some other setups and everything. So I took way too long trying to explain this to you guys. So let's actually show you against, just show you how it looks like against even bench pivot. So let's take circle, put him on a streak. And this is another really common setup. And don't worry, I have another setup that I like. Actually, 2 more setups, but I want to make sure I do get through this. So this is my base right here, what we're looking like. So then let me show you on offense one more time. Snap the ball, and like I said, what you're going to do, all you're doing is looking for deep, whoever's deep. And what I wanted you to watch right there, I want you to watch that quarter flat and watch how it plays that zig route, because a lot of times if you man up that zig route, you actually will get broke off and they'll be able to have a nice completion. But with the way the quarter flat plays it, watch how he plays it. So he's going to kind of like, I think this is the quarter flat right here, actually. Nope, this is our quarter flat. So watch how the quarter flat plays it. So you see how he comes back and then he actually runs and guards that. And then we actually have a man match right here on the tight end. So that's not going to be open. And we're guarding this right here, the streak. And then as you can tell, I mean, this is just not open. This is their legit only read. And they have to throw this ball right now. And at this point, normally you should already get a shed at that point, or they should be trying to roll out the pocket, which is going to make it even better. So that's why I said that this defense is honestly really, really good. So my second setup that I like out of this, so let me go back to the original play. So if you want to use, I like to use your, this linebacker right here. So what I'll do is I'll press, I'll still back that guy off, but now we'll take this guy right here and we'll actually put him in a deep half. So you might be thinking, real, the middle field's wide open, but it's actually not that open, because this quarter, when this outside quarter is there, it actually lets him play a little bit more inside, and actually lets him be able to kind of cover the middle as well. And I'll show you that. Actually, I'll show you that here, right here, right now. Hopefully I have enough time to throw this. But what I want you guys to pay attention to is, Jesus Christ, look at him shedding. But you see how circle, you like, okay, I might be able to throw that inside. You actually cannot throw that inside. For those of y'all that didn't get to see, because I was just getting hollered at, let me go into replay and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So watch this deep pass. So what this deep pass is going to do, you see how he doesn't go all the way out here, and the reason why is because we actually have a quarter out here, so it's going to allow him to stay a little bit more in the middle of the field. And what you might be thinking is that you can actually throw this ball up in here still, but you can't, because he's actually playing, he's actually going to be able to run with it, and as long as he's somewhat fast, he's going to be able to recover and then catch a pick. So you can't throw this ball inside. You see how they kind of blanket and bracket him off? That's what allows us to be able to say, okay, now I can use her in the middle of the field. Keep in mind, I did blitz my user, so that's why he did just disappear. But your user is going to be right here waiting on that. So we have the flat route cover, we have this route cover, we have this route cover. So we legit only have to worry about this route, and we'll be in the middle of the field just doing nothing with our user pretty much, because the opponent's not going to be able to look there. So again, I'll show you that setup here. Let's go ahead and back him off, and then you can take X, put him on a put him on a deep half, and then you can go ahead and blitz your user, and now you're completely free. And you can rush 4 out of this if you wanted to as well, or you can get crazy. You can maybe let's actually pinch our line, crash up, and then you can actually blitz, which you see me do a lot in gameplay, where I do a blitz like this, where now I'll come here and I'll like grab the lineman, and then I'll go lurk for something, and then this is how I normally play my match style coverage, just like this. But let's actually go ahead and reset the play. But let's say they came out into mesh post, right? So let's say they did the overrated setup where they do this, and then they do a backside slant. So let me kind of show you guys how I deal with that. So let's go and back circle off. Let's say we wanted to do this right here with blitz our user, take circle, put them on a vertical hook just like this, and then now kind of watch what happens. So I want you guys to just pay attention to who matches onto what, so and what your user's doing. So right here you see you can bump circle if you want to, and as you tell, Miles Garrett is going crazy, so he's making it real hard for me. I'm probably just gonna spy Miles Garrett from now on, so that way I don't have to keep running the same play over and over again. But with this play, that's nice. What I want you to pay attention to is our quarter flat's gonna take care of the flat. Our cornerback is actually going to match on his post. That's why you see me bump him, so that way it can allow our cornerback to actually time to catch up. So this way, this window isn't open. Even still, that's still a really, really tight window. And if they don't throw this ball now, then it's going to be too late, because they're going to run right into our deep pass. So they have to throw this ball. They have to literally throw this ball right here, and we're already bumping them, so they can't really throw that. And then pay attention who matches this backside slant. So that's actually our 3-rec. He kind of matches that. And then our vert hook, the reason I like the vert hook is because our vert hook's going to get in the way of that slant, just so they can't throw it in that window. And then at that point, our user can actually go back and cover this area of the slant. So that slant is completely bracketed. So, and then right here, they can't throw this running back, because this is going to be a hard throw to make. they have to lowball this and pray that he doesn't get an animation to pick the ball off, and they can't throw it in the flats just yet. They can't throw it yet, and then it's gonna take a while before that flat actually gets open. And around that time, think about it, we're already rushing 3. That's our best pass rush, and he's already whooping that offensive lineman. So that just completely takes away that play. Now, one thing I do want to mention before I end this video, of course, is what it looks like to flip our defense. So if you made it this far in the video, I truly appreciate you, and you're actually about to get some knowledge dropped on you. So let's actually say they want to run their bunch setup, right? And then they want to flip their play, right? So let me show you how fast we can set this up. So what we do is we press, we take our corner out there, put him in a quarter, in an outside quarter, just like that. And now, normally, you can still use this guy if you want to. It's completely up to you. So if you want to use him, then you just blitz your user, and now you're still in charge of deep middle, just like everything. And you can still take this circle and put him in a vertical hook, just like this. And if you want to use this guy, what I suggest you do with him, I suggest you put him in a hard flat. That's my suggestion. Or you could put him in a purple. It all just depends, but I personally like to put him in a hard flat. And the reason why is because our cornerback is going to match any of the Z spot concepts, and then we're going to guarantee that we have somebody out there in the flat. So this is how I would rock it. So let me go ahead and show you that, and let's go ahead and put a backside in route just in case. Take circle, put them like that, boom. Okay, so if they do a cover, if they do a setup like this, like I want you to watch who matches what, and you see what your user's actually going to be doing. You can tell it's legit the same kind of thing as we just got done showing you on the other side. So that's why that's exactly how you want to flip it. So that way we're good, you know. It just speaks for itself, honestly. So this is my setup, and I'm gonna go over it one more time. And this is why I said I suggest putting a hard flat, because he's gonna play that hard flat right there. He's actually going to be able to match this, since it's not a man match. Well, it's a man match, but it's not man, so that's why he doesn't really get broke off and put in a bad position. And either way, our deep safety is actually gonna be able to help, so they can't like pass this ball up, because our deep safety will be able to make a play on that. And at the same time, he's bracketing it off that outside, and he's bracketing off the inside, we're playing on the outside, so there's just nothing open right there. And if you take a look at this backside in route, you can't really throw it yet because our vertical hook drops straight into that lane, and our cornerback of course is going to match. And now if you didn't like that, then you can actually just take one of these linemen and put them in a spy, and you could rush 2. And then what would happen is that this window right here would get taken away, because our spy would essentially be sitting right there. So that's pretty much how I like to play it. Now, it's already about 17-minute video, so I'm going to go ahead and end it here. But real quick, I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like again when we flip our defense. So again, now keep in mind you can run it just like this if you want to, where you flip your defense too. Now you completely can. Then you would just, of course, just use this guy right here, and because it's basically the same exact thing that we just did. So I did want to make sure I did show that, but see right there we got 2 vertical hooks. So I'll probably take circle and put them in a spy just like this. And now, let's just say we wanted to do the same setup just like this, boom. And then let's say we actually wanted to snap the ball, and what you're going to notice is that the same exact thing is going to happen. And the reason why is because we flipped our defense too. But I'll just saving you an extra step if you don't want to sit there and flip your defense. But that's gonna be that's pretty much gonna be the video. So that's how I like to guard gun bunch. Now, please keep in mind there are a little bit more setups that I do. Depends on what they're doing. There's tweaks that I make to my own setups, and I'll be here for an hour trying to tell you guys what little tweaks I make versus what somebody could possibly do. But regardless, those are my base setups. Use them and you'll completely love them, I promise. But that's gonna wrap up for this video. I do hope you have a blessed day. I'm Rage Real, and I'm out.